Hi, Gabriel.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm really happy that we have this opportunity to chat today.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this
Of
film
course. It's
festival.
great. It's great.
Yeah, you've been very busy.
I have been very busy. It's become a very big festival, so there's like a lot
A lot.
to keep track of and
Uh-huh.
a lot of running around to do. But
Uh-huh.
it's been great. This festival has been like it's growing every year, and it's really nice. We've got
Yeah.
a lot of people participating, but it's definitely a lot
Yeah.
to keep track of.
Yeah, this is seventh year already.
Indeed, yeah. It's our
How did
festival.
it get started?
So I founded the festival as a project of the Department of Cinema under the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism
Right,
in 2010.
2010.
Yes.
So before that, you flew from the U.S.
Yes,
And
I was here as a tourist and kind of just fell in love with Luang Prabang and basically wanted to create a way to stay here. And so I just finished my master's in media studies in New York City,
Okay.
and I wanted to start a project that used my education and my skills from the States to kind of help develop the Lao film industry,
Right,
and then
right.
also create a space for Southeast Asian filmmakers
Yeah.
to dialogue, to get together, to collaborate.
Did you have any special interest about Southeast Asia before?
But before, no, I didn't.
So
No.
what made you decide
Just
to?
I just came here as a tourist and
Uh,
just loved it, really. So I had
Any
an
particular thing in Luang Prabang
interest.
that made you fall in love with the place?
I mean, it's gorgeous, right?
Yeah,
It's really beautiful here. I really like the culture. I like the people.
Okay.
Yeah, just that. But
Okay.
so when you asked, did I have a particular interest in Southeast Asia? Yes, in terms of a travel destination, but not in terms of cinema. Not
Okay.
then. Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
really know much about the cinema industry.
Ah,
in the
so you
region.
study media, but not
Yes.
really particularly film.
Southeast Asia. No, film. Yes,
Oh,
not
film.
Southeast Asia.
Not Southeast
Yeah,
Asia.
yeah.
All right.
No,
all
I
right.
studied film. I mostly looked at documentary film during my studies.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So it started in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How could you get a lot of supporters? Like this year, I've
Not.
seen many companies, many
Yeah,
supporters.
yeah. Well, it's
already.
not easy.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
How did you
now
persuade them?
it's getting better because we have got so many. There's, it's it's like the talk of the town. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Many people are talking about the film festival. It's a very visible event in the country.
Right.
So with that, many people have more exposure to our event, so they know what it looks like. Whereas at the beginning, there was a lot of me, trying to explain to people
Yeah, yeah.
what a film festival was, what it would look like, what kinds of activities would happen there. So it was definitely harder
Oh.
in the beginning.
When did it get to be talk of the town? After the second or third times?
It's hard to say, but I would say in the last 2 or 3 years, there's been a big jump.
Okay.
in,
Because of
in the
any-
visibility. I don't know. I don't know. I think it just kind of we've stepped up our game, and there's
Okay.
more and more Southeast Asian filmmakers that come to participate, and the films are better and better, and the production value of the event is better.
Right.
So, yeah,
So you focus on only films from 10 countries.
that's correct. The 10 ASEAN countries.
But the participants, like filmmakers, can be from all over the world.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, but for the most part, they are natives of the Southeast Asian countries. But we don't exclude films from foreign directors.
Okay. And you have to select some films only to be to be shown at the
Yes,
festival.
of course.
How did you select?
So
There should be a lot of films submitted.
There are, so we don't have an open call. What we have is, it's a curated festival. We have what we call motion picture ambassadors
Right.
from each of the Southeast Asian countries that are
Qualified.
experts.
Yeah.
They're experts in film in their countries. So they're either producers or directors themselves or critics or journalists, and they recommend to us 10 films each year that they feel represents the best that their
All right.
country has to
All right.
offer. And then from that list, we talk to the distribution companies, the filmmakers, and get screeners. Then we have a selection committee. Then it goes through censorship. So there are several processes that we need to go through to find the final films. But it means that we have content from all of the Southeast Asian countries, and it means it's already great content because we just keep whittling
Yeah.
it down to the best of the best.
But what's the main factor to make it pass? the selection? Because some people may want to know because they want to submit next year.
Sure. Well, it has to be recommended by the motion picture ambassador. So filmmakers can't just submit. But we look at a variety of things. We look at the story. We look at the production quality. We look at the filmmaker and their experience. So there's a lot of things that our selection committee considers when they're selecting the films.
Right. And if look into the Southeast Asian films, what do you think are different from European or American films?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think really what's most interesting right now is the fact that people are now around the world really paying attention to Southeast Asian film.
Why is that?
I think people are realizing that, Asian film, which has been traditionally just Japanese film and Chinese and Korean film, there's actually much more that people need to be watching. So the diversity of Southeast Asia creates for diversity in films and stories that are told here.
Gabriel, I know you speak some Lao.
I do speak some Lao.
Where did you learn it?
I learned it here. I learned it here.
You have Lao names.
I do have a Lao name.
What's your name?
Somjan.
Somjan, which means something?
Somjan. It means. Let me give the background of the story. I didn't give the name to myself.
Okay.
I had this. I became close to this novice monk when I was here as a tourist.
Okay.
And we developed this kind of brotherly relationship. And when I left to go back to the States before I officially moved here, he gave me this name, and it means something close to. Worthy of the moon or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And can you introduce yourself in Lao language?
ได้ ข่อยชื่อสมจันทร์ข่อยเป็นผู้จัดการบุญมาเฮาหลานฮุบเงาหลวงพระบางข่อยอยู่หลวงพระบาง8 ปีแล้วมันอะไรเดี๋ยวนี้พวกเขาอยู่โรงแรมโซฟิเทลอยู่บอนที่เฮาใส่ฮุบเงากลางเว้นแล้วก็กลางคืนเฮาใส่อยู่ตลาดหัตถกรรม
โอเค
ด้วย
ชอบกินอย่าง
เอ้าเจ้าสิเว้าภาษาลาวน้ำข่อยหรือภาษาไทยมักกินหยัง
มากิน
แหม
มากินอย่าง
มากินอาหารจบแบบอาหารลาว
อาหารลาว
อาหารลาวค่อยกินหลายบ่ได้เพราะว่ามันค่อยกินเจค่อยกินมังสวิรัติค่อยบ่กินเจน
ไส้อั่วเจ
ก็มีแต่บ่หลายอยู่หลวงพระบางบ่มีคนที่กินเจหลายอยู่เวียงจันทน์ก็มีหลายอยู่เวียงจันทน์ก็มีหลายอาหารที่เขาเจ้าเฮ็ดอาหารเจอยู่หลวงพระบางบ่มีเลย
กินเจกินอะไรอย่าง
กินผักกิน
น้ำสลัด
กินย่างก็ได้มีแต่ถ้าบ่มีศีลก็กินได้แต่ค่อยมักแจ่วค่อยมักมก
แจ่ว
มักยังก็
แจ่วบอง
ก็มัก
แล้วก็อะไร
ถ้าบ่มี
ไข่แพน
ก็มักคือกัน
กินได้บ่
กินได้
ไข่แพน
มันบ่แม่นศีล
โอเคOkay. And for new visitors to Luang Prabang, what are do's and don'ts?
Do's and don'ts.
That you can recommend.
I have a lot of don'ts.
A lot of don'ts. Okay.
Yeah.
For example.
Can we start with the don'ts? Yeah. People need to dress respectfully.
Yeah.
This is something I'm really sensitive about. I really hate when I see foreigners here walking down the street not wearing a shirt or really short shorts or not wearing shoes. It's like it's bizarre to me because I feel like why don't they look around and see how other people are dressed, and kind of take their cues from local people, but they don't. So it's like people need to learn to dress appropriately and behave appropriately. Not drink a beer while walking down the street. It's just it doesn't.
Especially at temples.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you seen people drinking beer at temples?
Yes.
Really?
Pussy.
Oh, right. To go up and see the sunset. Right. Yeah. That's really irritating to me. And also, the circus that is the almsgiving ceremony in the morning. It's terrible, the disrespect that people give to the monks, and not giving them space and taking pictures way too close to them.
Okay.
So those are all negative things.
Okay.
But positive things about Luang Prabang and visiting here is going to the waterfalls. I mean, the greatest thing about Luang Prabang is kind of just walking around and taking in the local
enjoy
life. Yeah,
the moment.
it's a place where you can stay here for 10 days, not do any like activities, and not be bored.
No.
You know?
Just sit and look around.
Yeah. It's really, it's cliche, but there is something very magical about this town that can't be avoided. This great feeling that's just like wonderful.
All right. What is your favorite place in Luang Prabang?
My favorite place in Luang Prabang? My bedroom, where I can sleep. No.
Okay.
What's really nice is, okay, there are a couple things. One, there are several spots around town where, like, on a beautiful day, where you can stand and see the mountains.
Okay.
It's just amazing here because sometimes you forget that we're surrounded by mountains because there's often like a haze in Luang Prabang because we're in a valley.
Yeah.
But I really, really like crossing the Mekong River over to Chompet district and driving my motorbike around there.
How? With that wooden bridge?
No, there's no bridge that goes across the Mekong. It's you would have to take
boat.
Yeah, you'd have to take a ferry that goes across. So you can like drive your motorbike on a ferry and cross it, and then just drive around. And it's like it's a step back in time over there. There's a lot of like old traditional houses there and people living the way they did many years ago. I mean, it's seeing a lot of development as well, but it's nice to kind of get some experience of Lao countryside living, even just like 5 minutes across the river.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say to the people who are visiting Luang Prabang next year?
People that are visiting Luang Prabang next year.
Maybe which month? I don't know, but maybe December.
December is a great time to come because there's the Luang Prabang Film Festival.
Yes.
But aside from that, come enjoy. My number one piece of advice to people visiting Luang Prabang is don't underestimate the amount of days you want to stay here because everyone who comes here always says they wish they had more time here. Always. So it's definitely important that you schedule enough time here and enough downtime to just hang out because there's so much to do here, so much to take in, and just wonderful things to experience here.
And they might end up settling down.
And just living here, and then 8 years later asking, like, what happened to my life?
Okay. All right, so thank you so much, Gabriel, today.
Thank you very much.
ขอบใจหลายๆเด้อ
ขอบใจหลายๆ
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.